Inside the strongest prisons worldwide, there's a fascinating story. It's all about extremely dangerous women who break rules and do crazy things. Who are these murderous women prisoners? Why are they in jail? Let's find out. The first story is about Rosemary West, who spent 30 years in jail and denies committing the crimes she and her husband Fred did. They harmed and killed young women, burying their bodies in their Gloucester home's garden and basement, known as the House of Horrors. Fred also killed 2 people alone. Rosemary killed Fred's stepdaughter, Charmaine. Fred died by suicide in 1995 in jail. Rosemary, now 68, remains in Newhall Prison in Wakefield, nicknamed Auntie Rose for her age and knitting. In 1995, Rosemary was found guilty of 10 murders and received life sentences for each. She'll never leave prison. This is the second time such a sentence was given to a woman in the UK, the first in 1990 with serial killer Myra Hindley. During the trial, Rosemary's lawyer said she didn't know about the murders. She maintains her innocence. An individual named Joanna Christine Dennehy gained infamy in the UK prison system for her notoriety. In a 10-day spree during March 2013, she killed 2 roommates and her landlord and attempted to harm 2 other men. She claimed to enjoy these acts. Dennehy murdered 3 men in total, known as the Peterborough Ditch Murders, aiming to emulate Bonnie and Clyde with her accomplice Gary Richards. Her arrest amused her, and she even flirted with the male police officer booking her. A diary revealed an escape plan involving a guard's finger for biometric access. She spent 2 years in solitary confinement until her trial concluded. Despite life imprisonment, she formed romantic bonds with other inmates and continues to lure men, showing no remorse. Camilla Gomez's criminal actions stretched even to the courtroom, displaying a reckless attitude. "Shut your mouth, or I'll tape it," she threatened, following her gruesome murder of her boyfriend, Marcel Hill. The brutality of the act involved stabbing him 11 times and striking him with a frying pan, a lap, and a table. In court, Gomez boldly claimed self-defense, rejecting the portrayal of events and asserting that falsehoods led to her conviction. Her demeanor was provocative, engaging in arguments with the judge and making continuous comments. The judge's patience waned, leading to a heated moment where he warned of taping her mouth shut. Ultimately, the judge handed down a life sentence without parole, a decision that stirred Gomez to further provoke him. Her final offense prompted the judge to candidly express his sentiments, echoing the family's sentiments. "I agree with the family. I hope you die in prison as well." In contrast to Gomez, some defendants surprisingly exhibit a more agreeable demeanor in court. Let me introduce you to Mary Beth Tinning, whose deeds are deeply disturbing. Others were said to die from different sicknesses, but when the police looked into the last baby's death, Mary Beth said she actually killed 3 of the babies. They only charged her for 1 of the deaths. She was found guilty in 1987 and got a punishment of 20 years to life in prison. Even though she tried many times, they didn't let her out of prison. Right now, she's in a place called Bedford Hills Correctional Facility for Women. The next story is about Allison Weaver. She was badly influenced by drugs and alcohol, resulting in a frightening experience. An innocent invitation turns sour. When the woman visits Weaver's home, things worsen. Weaver's intentions aren't good as she coerces her guest into unwanted actions. What follows is confusing and horrifying. A brutal attack with biting, strangling, and a partially severed ear. Amidst all this, a terrible ordeal unfolds. In court, the victim tearfully recounts the harrowing experience. "My life changed greatly when I allowed Allison Thompson Weaver into my home," she bravely states. Despite Weaver's apologies, the damage to the victim's psyche remains irreparable. The judge, experienced in grim cases, deems this the worst she's encountered. Shockingly, Weaver receives a 10 to 15-year prison sentence, leaving many astounded by what seems like a lenient punishment. Yet, a silver lining exists. Weaver will forever be associated with her wrongdoing, affecting her future negatively. With Weaver behind bars, the world is undoubtedly safer.